Hello and welcome to today's episode of Comms Business Live, where we'll be diving into converging communications technologies. I'm delighted to be joined by Adam Wilson, who is Strategic Partner Director for EMEA at Vonage. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Thank you very much for having me, Charlotte. It's great to be with you.
Thanks for coming along today. So Adam has more than 20 years experience working in the telecommunications, mobile software and cloud services market. So he has seen how business communications have evolved and how transformative this has been for the businesses and organisations that are using those technologies. So to kick things off, Adam, can you start by telling us what you're seeing around the convergence of unified communications and contact centre solutions?
Absolutely, Charlotte, yes. So what I'm seeing an increased interest in bringing together disparate systems. So point solutions that have been deployed within business to assess and to really ensure that all of our needs in this digital world, in a world where we're, hybrid working, for example, are actually enabling collaboration between us as employees and enabling us, therefore, to delight our customers and do as much as we can to please them. So in light of that, I think what we're seeing is this interest in bringing together these disparate systems in the areas of internal collaboration between employees and then how we interact with our customers. And that employee engagement, internal engagement between all of us really has a huge impact on how our customers see us as providers of products and services that they consume from us.
And why are more and more businesses starting to consolidate their communications channels in the way that you described? What is it that's kind of waking them up to the need to do that?
Well, I think we have seen in our sort of society, if you like, we've seen now, of course, increased interest in digital capabilities that allow us in all of our separate teams and departments to really solve the problems that we need, almost in isolation. And with that comes, as I mentioned, a lot of disparate systems, point solutions in our organizations that fix the problems for us, but not for the entirety of the organization in relation to the goal of satisfying our customers. And that's something we need to pay a lot more attention to, I feel. So I'm seeing now an increased interest in solutions that bring together the use cases of multiple departments within an organization, multiple needs within an organization, so that we can truly work as one team, given that we now live in a society, as I say, of people working from anywhere, and of course people using previously deployed systems that were only solving the problems that really impacted our department or our specific needs. So in conclusion to that, it's really about ensuring that there is a consistent experience within the organization that leads to an elevated experience between us and our customers. And so what we're seeing now is these solution sets are starting to sort of gain more interest from our customers, and not just because it might be more interesting to consolidate purely just out of cost. There's of course that advantage, but also to consolidate out of the, as I mentioned, the ability to elevate customer experience. And it's a well-used term, but it's still very, very, relevant in this context.
Absolutely. And you mentioned there the changing nature of work for some employees. So this kind of rise of remote working is obviously influencing the market. What impact would you say that's having on business communications?
Well, we're seeing certainly very much hybrid working requirements from our customers. And that is bringing to light the need to have a sort of a hybrid meeting situation, for example, where not only were we fully remote a few years ago, but now we're of course in that hybrid situation where we're, some of us are in the office, and our employers, a lot of them are looking to us to connect in the office, but also still very much wanting to enable us to work productively from home, or from wherever we are remotely. So that's driving again an increased interest in solutions that enable that. So it could be that you previously had a CRM platform, or any system that collected customer intelligence, customer data, but now that platform really requires more collaboration and capabilities to connect members of staff no matter where they are, and also ensure that they are able to ensure that the case history within that CRM is also complemented by every customer interaction that you're having with that customer, no matter where you are sitting in that organization, no matter where you are at that time of day. So we're very much seeing that as a driver to some consolidation and a new driver towards, and it's been around in some areas for a little while, not necessarily so new, but I think an increased appetite for a solution that embraces internal and external communications.
And that solution that you mentioned there kind of brings together this idea of one platform. And for anyone that's watching, thinking about whether their customers might benefit from combining, say, their unified communications, their contact center solutions into one platform, what would you say are the key benefits they could expect from making that transition?
The key benefits are that your customer is going to be able to contact you in any way they wish to contact you across any communications channel that they desire. And you will know that there is also always continuity in the discussion you're having with the provider of products or services that you've acquired from them. And that journey, we again use that a lot in our industry, but it says, what we mean. And that is very much about ensuring there is also always consistency in that journey. You're never having to start that discussion again. So there's multiple touch points that your customers are looking to use towards you as a, let's say from my perspective as a vendor, looking to contact us in multiple ways. But critically, I know that that's coming into my organization through one unified platform and providing me with one unified view of all of those customer interactions. And that's critical to having that single unified view of all customer interactions, and the ability also to leverage the subject matter experts in your business that don't necessarily sit within a traditional contact center or call center, don't traditionally work in customer facing roles, but you want to leverage those members of staff to elevate again the experience your customer's having. It might be a very technical question. So bring that subject matter expert in a way that the technology doesn't get in the way of making that happen, and also enabling your customer service or inside sales staff, field sales staff, to be able to delight customers no matter where they are in a hybrid working situation, and also leveraging capabilities we have today to empower those members of staff who are responsible for connecting with customers, be it a sales or service role that they're in. And there are plenty of now fantastic capabilities available that can, empower someone who's maybe at home. Maybe the use case is that person's half trained and feeling a bit vulnerable. They no longer have someone to tap on the shoulder quite so often as they used to. That's something we talked about a lot over the last few years, but still very important. And leveraging new tools that we have, new technology we have at our fingertips to be able to do this means, again, you're delighting your customer in that situation where that individual may feel a little bit sort of nervous about, a customer getting quite, detailed, maybe a little bit emotional about their requirement. You want to have the ability to use the technology, suggest the next best actions, have the ability to pop knowledge articles, things like that, leverage case history all the time. And also in our situation here, leveraging also 5G technology, leveraging the ability to provide field sales with short code dialing capabilities to immediately be on net and not have to feel like they're just because they're on the road they can't update case history until they get back to the office, and they can't easily contact their colleagues if they have that difficult question from a customer whilst they're on mobile. They have the ability to still do that when they're mobile, and that's going to be a really important part to our roadmap for the future as well.
Yeah, really powerful capabilities that you mentioned there. How can working with Vonage help those listening to this video see that those possibilities can kind of come together for their customers?
Well, from a channel perspective, channel has always been very, very important strategically, hugely important for Vonage, and I know, of course, Ericsson as well. And this is another key part to our future, is how we can enable our partners to take these products and services to market, but in a way where they're actually generating, the lifetime value for their business from that customer engagement that they own. So we recognize that our channel partners have fantastic connections with their customers, and we want to enable them to grow those and grow that share of wallet with their customers. So what we're doing is we're providing, as we have done it also in the past, providing a set of APIs to allow our partners to develop capabilities on top of Vonage products and services, being able to ensure that our partners understand those offerings through, of course, training and certification is a big part of what channel's been for a long time, but it's still very important for us, and to transform how we do that as well. We're doing a lot of shadowing, so we're having partners shadow us. It's no longer a classroom or sit and watch this video necessarily. It's a shadowing experience where our partners can be galvanized by working with Vonage on an opportunity, and that helps us all follow that opportunity through to its successful completion, and also in life. So ensuring that partners have the option to take any part of that sales cycle, any part of that service cycle, if you like, post deployment, as their own. And that's something that we're really passionate about at Vonage.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like you're doing all you can to give partners all of the tools that they might need to be as successful as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we're very passionate about, of course, those two letters, those two words. Artificial intelligence has been part of contact center for a little while, but it's very important as well for us to keep our partners involved in that journey for their customer. And we have an AI studio where they can create conversational AI workflows for their customers, and call flows where that can be a service they provide as an additional added value, of course, but crucially, they are seen as not only the trusted advisor, but the technology provider. And I think that's super important going forward. So we very much want to ensure our partners see that from our partner program.
Definitely. And for anyone that's watching this and wants to find out more about bringing their customers' UC and CC solutions together, what would you say is kind of the best next step to take here?
I always think a demonstration is very powerful. I think it's great to see data. It's great to see white papers and blogs, and to learn what other customers are doing. That's definitely a possibility. We can certainly open the eyes to our, what we're doing with some of our customers in terms of what we call our single stack, so our combined UC and contact center offering. It's on the Vonage communications platform, one app experience, and that's something that we can of course have a discussion about, but there's nothing better than actually seeing it in real life. It's critical to have one intelligent agent workspace. when it comes to customer contact, and it's critical also to ensure that you can also view all customer interactions that anyone else in your organization might be having at that time. So you have that 360-degree view and can take the right decisions moving forwards with that customer and the dialogue you're having with them. We can demonstrate that to our partners. There's no prerequisites, so I would welcome them to contact me and let's show you the platform. And in the future as well, we're looking to run some events. Actually, we'll actually provide demonstrations at those events as well. We can get into more detail about it with our partners. Be on that journey with them to help them with their customer challenges when it comes to actually delivering this full solution across not only just internal collaboration and communications, but also customer contact on one platform.
That sounds great, because I think everyone can relate to calling a helpline and having to repeat the problem they're having to 3 or 4 different people till it's solved. So if this can help remove that for people and, as you say, improve those customer journeys, compelling stuff long term.
Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, as I mentioned, we're really excited about some of the 5G capabilities, the ability to actually have an appless experience and to provide voice over LTE. I'm not going to get technical now, but it gives you the ability to provide quality of service for voice over IP multimedia based services. And this takes us into the next chapter. Very exciting, because it's a richer experience. It's an appless experience. It could be you have an eSIM experience with a separate number for business and personal use on your mobile device. These are very important things that are not just drivers, but also critical for our partners to come to us and learn more about and be part of. We want them to be part of that. And there's also partners out there who have been very active in the mobile space for some time. And I would welcome, discussions with them about how they can be part of this new value proposition.
And so transformative too for those employees that are out in the field, to be able to not be kind of hamstrung by the app not working or the connectivity not working, to have a solution that thinks of them too.
Absolutely. I mean, let's just think about that for a second. So you're out on the road, you're in field sales or field service. You're not currently on net with your company for whatever reason, but you're maybe limited by the technology they don't yet have today. Scan a QR code, be immediately on net. No need to download an app from an app store. No need to have a dual SIM device. Obviously, I'm not going to go into the details of that today, but I'd welcome my partners to come and challenge us on what I've just said and learn more about it, because it is truly a capability that we can provide today. And it's just very, very exciting, because it means that, in this world where we're so much more mobile or hybrid or remote, there's no limit. You can still, collaborate with your employees and you're the same and as you would like to outside of work as you can inside of work. But critically, all of that critical information around the interaction you're having regarding your customer is always stored, and it's always, a case history is always there to ensure that you can keep your customer interactions moving forwards, and that's very important, we feel.
Definitely powerful stuff there. So that brings us to the end of this episode of Comms Business Live. Adam, thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts with us.
It's been great. Thank you very much, Charlotte, for giving me this opportunity. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Definitely. And if anyone listening wants to follow up with Adam and the Vonage team, there are some links in the video description to point you in the right direction. But otherwise, thanks for joining us today, and goodbye.